us here at Prairie Capital Convention Center. Railers on the floor, the starters, Tyler Horsham, Max Cook, Joey Olden, Gavin Block, Edward Bowlby. And one of the keys, Josh, may be Austin or Block, and they're standing right next to each other in the lane.
Yeah.
Who picks up that third foul first?
Austin's guarding Block, and Block's been doing a good job lately of drawing fouls on other players, so hopefully Gavin can go right at him.
Gavin on the right wing, high post to Bowlby. Bowlby turns and looks for Gavin. Instead, they kick it back out, swinging around left side to Horsham. Bowlby down in the corner to Max Cook. Max back on top to Horsham.
Nice to see Max get going like a second half he had against Champaign. Scoreless Max Cook in the first half, so we need to get number 2 going.
Max around a screen, back now to Gavin. Between the circles to Horsham.
Yeah, they're switching all, even if it's not a screen, just that dribble weave, they're really, they're switching everything.
Gavin pulls up for 3, it's on the way, left it short. Rebound comes down to Crumble for Cahokia.
Yeah, you got to think Williams, the long arms at Williams kind of affected that shot a little bit as Gavin was quite short on that one.
Crumble, now to Rivers, back to Crumble. Crumble gets a little bump from Horsham, no call. Minute gone by, inside to Austin. Austin turns, dumps it down to Williams. Williams off the glass, won't go down. Ball tipped out, offensive rebound. Crumble, the high arcing 3 will go down.
And that was off an offensive rebound, a tap out right to the corner to Crumble. And, well, you couldn't ask for a better tap out.
The first offensive rebound for either team in the game gets Cahokia the lead back at 20-18 with 6.5 to go in the third quarter. Gavin fakes a 3, and Gavin's going to be called for steps. Gavin, and we can see him read his lips as he's walking back down court. That was not a travel.
Yeah,
he didn't think he walked.
It looked like he slid that foot. I thought he slid that foot, and what Coach Al's wanting is a travel on the other end where Crumble's making his moves.
So into the front court comes Cahokia. They've got a 2-point advantage, 20-18. 6:15 to go in the third quarter. Hickman on the right side. Bowlby comes out to check him. Now back out to Rivers. Williams at the high post, Austin down low. Now Austin comes up high. Rivers, watched by Olden. Double team comes, but Rivers is able to get out of it. Hands back to Crumble. Crumble down in the corner to Hickman.
Yeah, again, very patient by Cahokia. We're making the Railers play that defense and just working for that shot to see if they can get it inside and then outside.
Austin. Inside to Williams. Williams lost it, went up, missed it. Ball tipped out. Who's going to come out with it? Tracked down again by Cahokia. So right now in the third quarter, Josh, all the loose balls going to Cahokia.
Yeah, it's been Williams, too, underneath. They've been really concentrated on getting him the basketball underneath in the hoop.
They try to throw it to Williams again. Looked like he may have walked. They get it back out to Austin, and the Comanches will reset.
Yeah, it looks like Comanches just a step quicker right now than the Railers. They're getting to all those loose balls that the Railers have a chance of getting.
Again, Austin outside the three-point line being watched by Horsham. Lob it back high to Rivers. We're already down to 5 minutes to go in the third. It's a 20-18 lead for Cahokia. Williams flipped back out now to Rivers. Swing it over to Crumble. And Cahokia is looking for that perfect shot as Crumble tracks it down before it crosses the timeline. Tipped away by Joey, and it'll be knocked out of bounds. Good hands by Olden. But again, Josh, the Railers are being put in a spot where they've put teams being forced to play defense for long stretches of times. Tyler Horsham checks out. Peyton Ebler in quickly for the Railers.
Yeah, really a good game plan by Cahokia. I didn't expect this at all. I expected some quick shots. They've really done a good job of handling the basketball and finding good shots, high percentage shots.
Lob it into Austin. Looking down low. He's going to make a move. Nope, it's lost and picked up by Joey Olden. Tried to go between a couple Railer defenders, and the Railers took advantage by knocking it out of his hand. And so now the Railers come down in front of us with 4.5 to go in the third quarter, looking to tie, maybe take the lead with a long one, down 20-18.
Yeah, the Railers are going to set up a play here, but need some sort of an easy shot as Max has picked up his dribble against this pressure of Cahokia.
Well, Coach Al likes to save his timeouts. I think you're in a situation now where any bit of trouble, you've got to use one. Peyton. Underneath, Gavin, nice look, we're tied.
Yeah, that's the one play. We kind of went to that lob play as the guaranteed play this year. That one used to be the guaranteed play last year where they set that screen underneath and Gavin comes across and Joey tips it. Oh!
A foul called on the Railers as the ball gets knocked away. That'll be the second foul on Joey. First foul here in the half. 3:52 to go. Tied at 20. Nobody said it was going to be easy.
No, it's going to be a dogfight all the way to the end. The Railers are going to have to stay structured on their defense, and it'll be the, like you said, the last one to get a stop, maybe, or maybe the last one with the ball.
Crumble goes in. Offensive foul. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Gavin Block steps in the way. Crumble picks up his first foul, and just when you need a big defensive play, there's number 22, who's playing with 2 fouls. A brave move by Gavin, but it worked out.
Yeah, you're right. Crumble has done that a couple times, but he's pulled up from about 10 feet. That time he decided to go all the way, and normally we're going to have Bolby or Gavin waiting right there for you.
Here comes the lob play again. Max will bring it near side. Throws it up. There's the lob. They had it smelled out that time as Rivers tipped it away.
Yeah, Rivers saw that screen coming, and he remembered it from the last time.
3:20 to go. Third quarter. Rivers fakes the 3. Instead, it's Hickman. Left it way short, and there's Max with another rebound.
Yeah, let's run a little bit.
They stay back for a double team. Railers into the front court. Lob ahead. Bolby with a nice catch. Back out to Ebelair. To Max. Gavin goes down the lane. Off the glass. Wouldn't go down. Gavin a little out of control, and now Cahokia looks to run. Hickman back to Rivers. Glass won't go down. And he will be going to the line shooting 2 as he missed the layup and went down hard under the basket at the far end.
Yeah, and a nice break by Cahokia. Gave it up early. Rivers got it back, and then a smart foul by the Railers. It's on Joey. His third foul now for Joey.
So at the 2:58 mark, Joey gets his third foul. It'll be Rivers at the line. The first free throws for him tonight. First free throw on the way, spins out.
Yeah, and it's been a little bit of a trouble. I mean, only 3 free throws taken by Cahokia, the 1 of 3 right now. But the Railers have to think about this. 2 fouls for the Railers, now just 1 for Cahokia here with 2 minutes and 58 seconds left here in the third.
Rivers, the 6'5 senior, that one will go down, and that will put Cahokia back on top, 21-20. And now Cahokia's extended the pressure. 2:50 to go, third quarter. Max into the front court with the dribble. Now near side to Gavin. Cross court to Will. Bolby steps into a 3. Good again. Edward Bolby.
Austin was looking at their coach on figuring out who to take. And I said, hey, Bolby's open. I didn't say it, but Bolby, I saw him out of the corner of my eye with nobody around him. And I thought Bolby almost quick shot it like he tried to get it up in a hurry, but it didn't matter for Bolby. Splish splash, another 3 for Bolby to put us up 23-21.
Bolby with all 4 threes the Railers have made tonight. Railers are back on top by 2, 23-21, 2:15 to go. Ferguson jumper in the lane. We're tied at 23.
Anytime the Railers get a little bit of a momentum shot, it's answered by Cahokia.
2 minutes. 2 minutes left in our third quarter. Lincoln 23, Cahokia 23. Will Cook's going to drive in, kicks it out to Ebelair for 3. That one's a little long. Gavin tips it back out to Peyton. Peyton in the corner to Gavin. Gavin's going to drive baseline, kicks it out to Will Cook. Will thought about it. He'll take it. Left it short and rolled over the top of the rim.
Yeah, it's tough when you catch and Will was actually looking to pass the ball, but he was so wide open, he pass faked it. And anytime you do that, it throws off any kind of rhythm that you have as a shooter.
And Crumble a high arcing 3. That's no good. Ebelair with the rebound. 1:25 to go. Railers and Comanches tied at 23 here in the third. Max gets a screen from Gavin. Ball tipped around. Gavin, and a foul is going to be whistled on Hickman, as Hickman actually knocked Gavin under the table to our left. Nice hustle by Gavin and Hickman. Good show sportsmanship because Gavin bumped him and Hickman went to pick him up and then he slipped and fell
on
into the
Gavin's
table.
sweat from falling on. So yeah, excellent sportsmanship there by Hickman of helping out. Obvious foul and 2 good competitors going after it.
1:17 left in the third. Lincoln 23, Cahokia 23. Peyton Ebelair just to the left of Josh Komnick will be inbounding here on the near sideline. Gets it into Gavin at the high post, back out to Max. Cahokia has the possession arrow. They'll start with the ball in the fourth quarter unless, of course, there's something in between. Gavin, and a foul is going to be whistled underneath as Gavin looked like he was going to pass it off. Wasn't going for the shot.
Going to shoot.
Foul will go against Hickman. That's his third.
2 shots, yeah.
Third on the team, and they're going to give Gavin 2 shots. And all the struggles the Railers have had from the line in this tournament, we need to forget about it tonight.
Yeah, you're right. Now's the winning time. Now the time you need any kind of points, as this has really been a great possession basketball game. Any kind of points you can get are definitely needed.
Gavin gets it to go down, and I think that's what Coach Darian Nash is asking about, Josh, is when Gavin let go of it, it looked more like he was dumping it off for a pass, not a shot, but Gavin hit the first, and we will take it. 1:08 to go. Lincoln on top, 24-23. The leading score for the Railers. Free throw good.
Good take by Gavin there. It was basically him and against Hickman, one-on-one. Coach set it up as on a play, a clear out, and that time Gavin again, not worried about making the layup. Hey, let's worry about drawing a foul and then getting 2 free throws, and he knocked it down.
We're under a minute here in the third. Austin at the top of the key for Cahokia. Back out now to Crumble. Long 3 on the way. That's going to be no good, but Bowlby is going to be whistled for a foul as Ferguson shot a 3, and Bowlby's foul, his first of the night, will send Ferguson to the line. And Josh, he will be shooting 3.
Yeah, tough foul there. Bowlby looked like he got him all as the way he was on the way down as the shooter was coming down off of his jump shot. And obviously you don't want to ever foul any type of a jump shooter, especially from 3-point range.
50 seconds to go. 3 shots for the 6'3" sophomore. Ferguson. First free throw is good. Just now a 1-point game at 25-24. Railer lead down to 1. What hit these shots as a sophomore, that's pretty tough.
Yeah, a big-time atmosphere with a lot of fans.
Second one rolls off.
You would call that one perfect call by yourself, but yeah, a lot of people here. I don't know how many people are here, Jeff, but I'm just guessing if it holds 7,000, there's got to be 5 or a little above that.
One more shot for the sophomore. 50 seconds to go. Railer fans stomping their feet, making noise. Free throw, in and out.
It worked. All right, boys, let's hold it here and get a shot.
Max crosses the timeline over to Gavin, 41 seconds. Will on the far wing. Gets the dribble now to Gavin between the circles, brings it near side to Bowlby. We're down to 30 seconds. Railers' third quarter lead is 1. Gavin hit a shot as we went to halftime to give the Railers an 18-17 lead. See if the Railers can score here at the end of the quarter to extend this margin.
Yeah, see what kind of play Coach Al orders up here. 17 seconds here. Grab it, Max, and let's get rolling.
Max, watched by Crumble. We're down to 12 seconds. Max has picked up his dribble. Bowlby gets it back to Max. Down to 7. Got to start looking. Go. Down to 5. To Cook. Over to Gavin. Gavin's got to look. Kick it out. Shoot it. Will had it blocked, and that's the way our third quarter will end. At the end of 3, Lincoln holds the 1-point lead. Lincoln 25, Cahokia 24. Back for the fourth in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Back in Springfield, getting ready to start the fourth quarter of this super-sectional matchup between Lincoln and Cahokia. Cahokia with the basketball. Railers on top, 25-24. Joey Olden with 3 fouls back in the contest for the Railers.
Everything you got, Jeff. 7 minutes and 50 seconds of your best basketball of the year.
Crumble over on the far side to Ferguson. Crumble, top of the key, watched by Joey. Joey with the pick. Ball loose. Joey with the steal. Ahead to Max. Max goes up against Ferguson. The foul, and he's going to go to the line shooting 2. And there's the defense from the senior. Joey Olden with the steal, diving in there. Got it to a teammate, and Max will go to the line for 2 shots.
And really a gutsy play by Joey, too, with 3 personal fouls. He got his hands in there and was able to tip it away. And then he dove for the ball and then got it to Ebler up to Cook. And Cook went right into the defender. He saw Cahokia man was just going to try and block his shot. That's all he wanted to do. Max went right into him and got to the free throw line. He drains the first one.
Third foul on Ferguson, 4th on Cahokia. Railers up 26-24. Cook's second one, good again. 27-24.
Come on, defense. Couple more turnovers here.
7.5 to go in this contest. Max with his first 2 points of the night. came in a big time for this team.
Yeah, and really they've been trying to get it at Austin, and Austin's really looked to either throw it underneath to Williams, which he's not in there.
Austin
nice
had
block.
it blocked by Gavin, but back to Hickman, who lays it up. He shot it over everything. Austin gets it back, flips it up, got it to go down, and he was fouled.
Man. A couple of times the ball was tipped up in the air, and just the length and size of Cahokia was able to control that rebound. The Railers could not get it as Austin went to the basket and got it blocked by Block, and that time Hickman did a good job of staying with it.
7:11 to go. Count the basket. Austin can tie it with a free throw. Foul called on Max Cook, his second, fourth on the team. Free throw, and we are tied again. Tied at 27. Austin with 9. Railers with only 4 in the book so far tonight. Bowlby with 14, Block with 9, Joey and Max each with 2. 7 minutes left in the game.
Cahokia really picked up the pressure too.
Max lost it, but did a good job of getting it back. Ebelair with the fake. Gavin cutting down the lane and a foul, and Gavin will go to the line. Great look by Ebelair and a nice cut by Gavin going to the basket.
Beautiful cut, Jeff. And Austin thought he got all ball on the block shot, but then again, Ebelair pump fake from the perimeter, was able to get baseline and saw some traffic in there. Gavin didn't stand and watch him. He went right to the hoop and was able to get a nice pass, nice delivery from Ebelair, and went up and got fouled.
Gavin free throw, first one good.
Tell you what, Jeff, the Railers getting some stops on the other end. We've got to get those rebounds. We got to get Bowlby, Max Cook rebounding like he did against Champaign, going up strong and being strong when you go get that basketball.
Gavin hits the first one. He's in double digits, and the second one goes down as well. He has 11, and so the Railers back on top, 29-27.
Yeah, and the Railers have kind of brought up their 1-2-2 a little bit too. They're up full court.
Austin back out to Rivers, 6:40 to go. Lincoln lead is 2, 29-27. Dump it into Austin. Austin turns, looks at the basket over Ebelair. But again, this is nothing new from Cahokia tonight, Josh. They've been willing to be very patient. Ferguson's 3 is no good, and there's Bowlby with a big rebound for the Railers. And now the Railers have numbers as Max is getting pushed out of bounds. Max over to Ebelair, and the Railers will reset underneath Gavin. Kicks out Joey, and the Railers will take some time off the clock here.
Slow down. We didn't have anything on transition. Let's work the ball and get another good shot.
6 minutes to go. Railers up by 2. Max, top of the keys, picked up his dribble, had it knocked away. Rivers had it knocked away and stolen right back by Max. And Max will circle back around and get it to Peyton. You almost wish they'd take a timeout to settle everybody down. Ebelair out to Gavin, fakes, underneath, no look, pass to Edward. Bowlby lays it in.
Yeah, you're right, Jeff. I thought the Railers really needed a timeout at some point there. It just looked chaotic, and the Railers aren't used to that, but they regained themselves, and what a pass by Block down to Bowlby. He's wide open.
5.5 to go. Nice shot underneath. Offensive rebound, no good. Put back again. Hickman over everybody, but Gavin Block picks it up off the floor.
Get out of there.
Call a timeout. Oh, no, a foul's going to be whistled on Crumble as Peyton Ebelair did a good job trying to force the issue coming up the sideline. 5:23 to go. Railers on top 31-27 with the basketball.
Well, every time the Railers have gotten a rebound, Jeff Cahokia really bringing that pressure up on the basketball. The Railers have got to be strong with the ball and know that you're passing and make a strong pass.
Max Cook into the front court working against Crumble. Here comes the double team. He does a nice job of getting out of it. We're down to 5-10. Railer lead is 4 at 31-27.
Yeah, at some point Max may need to bring some help up for him. He's been handling the ball against Crumpler all night.
5 minutes, and Joey almost thrown away. Nice job by Olden keeping it. Ebelair drives down the lane, kicks it out to Gavin. His 3 on the way, left it way short, but there's Peyton Ebelair. He's been doing it all tournament, getting big rebounds, and a timeout taken by Coach Alexander. It's a 30. We will keep it here.
What a rebound by Peyton.
4:47 to go, and Josh, we saw that all night Friday night. Every big rebound, it seemed that Peyton Ebelair was sneaking his way in there, getting the rebound, a huge offensive rebound, and I think this is a good timeout from the coaching staff. Set something up, but also let them take a breath.
Part of offensive rebounds just hanging around. You know, most Railer teams are just try to get back on defense. This one will keep a guy around to hang out on defense or to offensive rebound. So you're right, Jeff. A good timeout as Peyton got that ball off the rebound. Two Comanches really tried to trap him and double team him, and we just looked kind of out of sort, and a good timeout by Coach.
And also, Josh, another thing, 6 fouls by Cahokia. So from here on out, Railers are going to the line.
Yeah, big. That was a big foul earlier on Crumble, who fouled Peyton Ebelair.
So the Railers get it inbounds after the timeout. Both teams with 4 timeouts left in this one. 4:40 to go.
And has Cahokia turned up that pressure. Now they're in a zone, it looks like.
Max to Gavin. Bowlby underneath. Back out to Max. In the corner to Ebelair.
Now they're back into man, I think.
Max cutting down the lane. Shot fake, won't take it. Over to Ebelair. Ebelair's going to drive by. Kicks it to Gavin in lane. Gavin got fouled. It wouldn't go down, but Block will be going back to the line shooting too. I tell you what, Peyton Ebelair is so dangerous with the basketball. Shot fake on the 3, drives in, and his teammates know if I cut to the basket, number 14 will get it to me.
You're exactly right, Jeff. Peyton Ebelair's made some great offensive moves. He's shot faking from the perimeter and dribbling off as when his man goes. And what I like about the Railers is they're not standing to watch him go shoot a layup, or they're not standing on the 3-point line. Gavin Block's cutting to the basket. Max Cook's cutting to the basket, and Peyton has delivered some great passes. Haven't delivered on layups, but they delivered on free throws.
And Gavin hits both again. So it's 33-27. Railers up by 6, and now the Railers have turned up the pressure a little bit as we approach the 4-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. Ferguson over to Rivers. This Railer crowd behind us may stand for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're getting ready for this. A tip away by Max, and then another steal. So I think the part of the Comanches is now they're being, again, still real patient. There's a lot of time left, so no reason to be in any hurry for Cahokia.
4 minutes, halfway through the 4th, along with Josh Komnick. Jeff Benjamin with you. 33-27, Lincoln on top by 6. Cahokia the basketball into Austin. Nice dump underneath to Hickman, who lays it up and in.
Great pass, and really Cahokia from the start of halftime, they've really tried to get the ball to Austin as the Railers need a timeout to get it inbounds. Now Cahokia hooking up full court, man-to-man.
Just another 30-second timeout. So again, Josh, we will get a chance to catch our breath. 3:44 left in this one. Cahokia with 17 fouls, Railers with only 4. So again, the Railers will go to the line on any foul. I don't think we're going to see much different from Cahokia. Just maybe if we could imagine it being turned up even more than it has been, we're going to see that.
It's going to be full court now. It's been some 3-quarter court here in the 4th quarter. Now it's been some full court, and now it's going to be the full court press as they're going to pick up man and deny and anything they can do. So if the Railers can get a home run ball here or something, because they've really picked up man. It looks like the home run ball might be there if Coach wants to go to it this early in the 4th quarter.
Well, this would be the perfect spot to run it because Cahokia doesn't have anybody back at this point. They decide not to. They get it into Max. Now to Gavin. Ebelair. Gavin faces a double team. Ebelair into the front court. Now the Railers have numbers. Bowlby kicked it back out to Max. Now the Railers safely into the front court. 3:25 to go. Railers up, but just 4. 33-29. Ebelair's picked up his dribble. Gets it over to Gavin. Gavin, hounded by 3 Comanches. Kicks it over to Max. 3 on the way. Left it way short. Just barely hit the front of the net. They get it ahead to Crumble on the run out. It's going to go down and good.
Man. Railers did not get back there. Too many guys around the rim when Max shot that, and Max was way short on it.
So now the miss by the Railers turns into 2 for Cahokia. And at the 2:50 mark, underneath, Bowlby had it blocked. Oh, I thought it was going to be a block, but it'll be a foul on Ferguson. And Bowlby will go to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, great penetration again by Max, and they're extending out so far. Max cannot be reluctant to go to the basket and finish. He got to the basket and dished it off to Bowlby, who looked like it may have been a nice block shot by Cahokia, but we'll take it as Bowlby steps up and hits that first free throw.
34-31. Bowlby now with 17. 2:47 to go. Boy, that one could have gone either way. Possession arrow was with the Railers' favor, but still. Oh, Bowlby misses the second one. So it's just a 1-possession game, 34-31. 2:40 left in the contest. Over to Hickman. Driving baseline. They find Crumble. His 3 on the way. It's good, and we are tied again.
Man, has he been huge from the perimeter. Crumble has knocked down some tough threes. It doesn't look pretty, but it has gone in.
So the Railers were up by 6. A 7-1 run by Cahokia has tied this game at 34 to 10 to go. Max over to Joey. Back to Ebelair. Again, knotted at 34. Gavin, and a foul will be whistled on Crumble. That'll be his third.
Man, I don't think that's what Cahokia wants at that point. At about 23 feet from the basket, and with the Railers in the 1-and-1, that's 9 team fouls now on Cahokia. So the Railers again going to step to the free throw line. Yeah, hopefully one more foul, and we get to the automatic 2.
Gavin, 1 and bonus. Free throw on the way is good.
Yeah, great job so far by the Railers here in the fourth quarter of knocking those free throws down. Just a couple big stops here. 2:01 to play, Jeff, and the Railers up 35-34.
Gavin with 14. Make it 15. 36-34. Railers flying back on top by 2. Cahokia into the front court. 1:50 to go. Austin over to Ferguson. Ferguson hands back to Austin. He has 9 in the game for the Comanches.
I think if we needed that stop at all times this year, it's right now, Railers. One big stop and a big rebound.
Yeah, got to watch him going to Austin and then dumping it down on the baseline.
Yeah.
Either Ferguson or Hickman.
And they got Crumble on the outside out here on the perimeter, who's knocked down some threes too.
Minute and a half. Railers up 2. Austin fires a 3 and he hits it. Cahokia takes the lead, 37-36, and now the Railers come down by just 1. Gavin's going to take it down the lane. Back out to Joey. Over to Ebelair. Got to be good and sure with your passes.
Yeah, the Railers down now 37-36.
Gavin tries to go behind the back, kicks it back out to Joey. 1 minute. 1 minute left in this one. Railers are trailing by 1. Joey over to Ebelair. 48 seconds. Hands to Gavin. Now to Max. Do they hold for the last shot?
If they're going to let you, I think you give it a try and then call a timeout.
Timeout taken by Coach Alexander. It's full, so they're taking time. We will take it with them. 37.5 seconds to go. Railers are down by 1, 37-36. Back in 30 seconds with Lincoln. Railer basketball. Well, Josh, it's come down to this. 37.5 seconds to go. Railers are trailing 37-36. They'll have the basketball. It'll be inbounded at half court right in front of us. What do you do?
Well, that's a decision for the coaches. Do you take a shot with 10 seconds or so left and trying, if you miss it, you got a chance to foul them and then you've got another opportunity, or do you let it go for all the marbles with about 5 seconds and then see if you miss, you got a chance to get an offensive rebound and a tip-in or a comeback. So that's the coach's decision, and we'll see what it is as they inbound right now.
Here we go. Railers with the basketball in the front court. Max Kutt on the left wing to Ebelair. Popping out is Gavin at the top of the key. Gavin's going to drive in. Goes to the basket. Foul. It won't go down, but he will go to the line. He'll be shooting 2, but there's 27.3 left, and no matter what happens now, Cahokia will have the opportunity to hold for the last if they want to.
And how about some pressure free throws too? 27 seconds left in the Super-Sectional. You're stepping in the line for 2 and your team's down 1. You hit these. The Railers are hoping, I think, for a big stop and a rebound, obviously.
And of course, checking in now is going to be 6'10" junior Devontae Williams. He will replace
Hickman who fouled out.
And of course, that gives you some size on the rebounds.
Yeah, gives you some size, but it takes away one of their three-point shooters too. He was a guy that could shoot it from the outside and then get to the rim on the inside. Gavin steps up calmly and drains the first one.
So that ties it, 37-37. Only one Railer on the line. That's Joey Olden. Gavin with 27.3 for the lead. There it is. 38-37. Cahokia will have the basketball here at the end. and Gavin's going to be whistled for the foul as
just
he
14
slaps.
fouls, though. Great job by Coach Alexander. They've got one more to give, really. You can do this. Let's run some more clock and then get foul one more time just to give a make sure you don't do it on the shot, though. Railers with just 5 team fouls.
Down to 15 seconds. Railers lead by 1. Cahokia the basketball, and a timeout taken by Cahokia. 13.4 to go. They're taking time. We'll take it with them one more time. Railers up by 1, 13.4 to go. Back in 30 seconds with Lincoln. Railer basketball. Lincoln on top, 38-37, 13.4 to go. Well, Josh, we couldn't ask for a better basketball game. We hope the finish is what we're hoping for. But if you're Coach Nash, what do you look for to do here for Cahokia?
Probably try to get it to Austin in the middle somewhere. He's been able to pass from there. He's been able to score from there. And he's been able to shoot from there. He just hit a 3 late. So we'll see with the Railers. They've got one team foul to give. So if you're me, you inbound it, you're going to foul them again. Just make sure it's not on the shot.
Here we go. They inbound Rivers to Crumble. Down to 10. They get it to Austin. Austin flips it underneath. Williams lost it.
Bolby's got it.
Bolby's got it.
Hold it.
Bolby to Max. And Max is fouled with 4.6 to go. They got it to the big man Williams, and he could not handle it. So Bolby with the strip.
Not over yet.
Got it to Max.
4.6 seconds left, and Max looks like Max is going to go to the free throw line. So you've got to knock these down here. There's a lot of time.
4.6 to go. Max, is it going to be Max or is it going to be Bolby? Well, I thought it was Max, but it's going to be Bolby.
Yeah, it looked like it, but maybe the foul was called a little bit earlier than what we could see. But no, Bolby, the senior.
4.6 to go, 17 points for Bolby. 2 free throws. First one on the way is going to roll good.
Remember, Railers, if Bolby can hit this with no fouls on the threes, if they're going to make it, they make it. And this, you come to this point now, Jeff, where a lot of coaches, as Cahokia is going to take a timeout. If Bolby does make this, is Coach one of those believers in fouling instead of giving up a chance to take the 3, or do you send him to the line?
Well, with only the 5 fouls as Cahokia takes the timeout.
Just make sure it's not on the shot.
Well, Bolby makes the first one with 4.6 to go. Railers are on top, 39-37. Pretty good game.
Oh, man. Hey, all the things goes, but the senior will make this a lot easier on everybody if he would knock this down. That's still just a 3-point lead, but you're at no worse anything but a tie. So the senior, number 42, Bolby, with a great night already. Hopefully he can put this thing away. The Railers can get a stop here.
39-37, Railers on top by 2.
Whoa, Peyton, don't.
Yeah, we don't want a lane violation.
No.
Bolby's free throw is good. Bolby hustles back on defense. Railers up. Rivers to Crumble. Fires it up. It's on the way. It's short. And the Railers are headed to Peoria.
Whoa, what a game.
The Railers are going to state as Crumble's 3 bounced off the rim.
Jeff, I think I'll stand and applaud.
The Railers advance to Peoria. Good game, my friend. 40-37. By the way, the first one to 40 won the game.
You're right. One of your better calls of the year.
Railers advance 40-37. The Railers will be headed to Peoria. Edward Bolby with 2 huge free throws to give the Railers the win. Railers improved to 33-2 on the season. Cahokia ends at 24-9. And Coach Al is going to get his trophy.
The Railers are going to get their trophy, a long-awaited trophy for the Railers, and we hope that it's not, of course the Railers are going to be going for the full gusto this Friday and Saturday, but what a relief. I think a lot of people around town talking to me wrote this as an early win before the Railers, and this was far from that. What a battle this was tonight for the Railers to get to their ultimate goal in Peoria.
Well, we know that the post game will probably take a little bit longer than it normally does, so we'll take a timeout, the first chance we get, as the Railers are celebrating with the student section that has poured out of the stands here. Railers win. They're moving on to the Final Four. Lincoln 40, Cahokia 37. We'll be back with our post-game show in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Congratulations to your Class 3A Springfield Super-Sectional champion, the Railsplitters.
Talking to the man who sent the Railers to Peoria, Edward Bowlby. Edward, 19 points. Congratulations on getting to the Final Four. What's going through your mind with those last two free throws there at with about 4.5 seconds to go?
Yeah, I'm speechless. I really had the focus down and hit those two shots.
Yeah, Ed, you gave us a whirlwind on the first one all the way on the rim, and you gave a fist pump after that one, and the next one after a timeout is probably even more difficult because that allows us to only be tied. We cannot lose after that, and you calmly step up and switch that. What a way to go out. We're not done yet, but way to have a super sectional in your senior year.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks to these fans, everybody had some confidence, unlike the regional and sectional, and as you can see, I had some confidence.
Yeah, you did. You shot the ball well. You started out early, got some big boards for us. And, Ed, thanks for joining us here. And we'll see you in Peoria. Go celebrate with your guys.
Thank you.
Edward Bowlby as again, we'll see. It is a sea. It's a sea of red, white, and green here. Christmas comes early to Peoria as the Railers are headed up there. And, again, the Railers boy, what a great win. I mean, you've played in some great games, and the Railers did a great job here tonight, and just an outstanding job by everyone involved. Coach Alexander calling the timeout at the right time. They only had 4 threes go down. Bowlby had all of them, but they did exactly what they needed to do to get the win. It was a great defensive effort, and these teams played great defense. Either one of these teams would have been a great representative for this area up in Peoria. We know that the team that the Railers are playing on Friday afternoon, right after the noon hour, Rockford Lutheran, we know they've got a lot of shooters. Defensively, they may not understand what the Railers can do when they try and get up on them.
No question. In tonight's game, Jeff, what a call by Coach Al to get Gavin the basketball. one-on-one situation. They're late with 25 seconds. He calls the timeout, and basically he gives it to Gavin at the free throw line and says, Gavin, go to work. You'll get us a layup or a foul. And Gavin, not only Bowlby's free throws, but what about Gavin's that stepped up and hit those 2 big ones after he got fouled with just a couple seconds left there on the clock. So Gavin hit some big ones, some big rebounds, I thought, by Ebelair. Ebelair led to a lot of those free throws in the fourth quarter by his penetration and dishing off. What a high school basketball game. I thought both teams played really well. As you said, both game plans were awesome. They stuck to their game plans. Cahokia was very patient and did what they could, and then the Railers find some way to win with some, as you said, Jeff, some timely timeouts and some big free throws that win down the stretch.
Joined now by Lincoln coach Neil Alexander. And Coach, let's just get right to it. Congratulations. The Railers are headed to Peoria 40-37, and what a great feeling this is.
Yeah, it is, and the feelings out there on the court, we're all happy for those kids. They brought up a great pleasure. They're a fun basketball team. Now then the state of Illinois gets to see them play.
Coach, what a game. I mean, you talk about Cahokia, what a game plan they had. They were really patient. They got the ball inside. They hit some shots when they needed to. They hit some big shots, some big threes from maybe some guys that we didn't expect to. I don't know if you could have asked for a better played basketball game. The turnovers were limited. Both teams hit some big shots. We hit some big free throws down the stretch. That's just a good high school basketball game, and two very good teams.
Yeah, it was, and we're fortunate. They really pressured us. We had a hard time. Max didn't shoot the ball well, didn't score, hit a couple free throws, but I'll tell you what, he took our team and handled the ball, took care of it, got it to where it had to be, got the ball to Edward, and then, Gavin wasn't shooting the ball very well from the perimeter. He was getting to the paint, and we were, each one of those kids know, hey, we got other people to do what we got to do, and tonight it was Edward, it was Gavin getting to the free throw line in the second half. I'm not sure we scored many field goals from the second half, because I think we scored a bunch of free throws, and we got that by going to the basket and trying to take a part of their aggressiveness. This is a difference between a lot of the teams that we have had, where we do have players that can get to the paint and get to the free throw line.
Coach, we talked about it just a little bit ago, Peyton Ebelair, how he got to the hole and not necessarily scored it, but was able to pass off to Gavin, pass to Max, who were not just sitting by the three-point line, they were cutting to the hoop. That's where a lot of our points came in the fourth quarter, was Ebelair penetrating on that left baseline, and Gavin and Max weren't standing. They did a good job, and Ebelair gave him with a good pass, resulted in foul shots, and the Railers knocked him down.
Well, you can give our guys credit, because we got some shots blocked in the first half, and our guys could have quit going to the basket, but they continued to go, and we got to the free throw line, and that is a big thing that we haven't had in the past, to where we can consistently get to the free throw line.
Coach, tonight may be the perfectly framed picture for getting the guys in early in the morning to shoot free throws. In the fourth quarter, 13 of 14 from the line. You've talked about it for years. You're going to win some.
Who missed it?
Ed, but we'll let it slide.
Ed's off.
He had a couple big ones.
Yeah, he had more than one. Couple.
But yeah, you talk about the free throws, as Jeff was saying, 16 of 18 from the line, and it takes you to a state tournament with some guaranteed hardware coming home for your team, for yourself, for Railer Nation, for the Lincoln community, and something new to put up in Roy S. Anderson.
Well, it's not for me. It's for those guys out on the court. They're the ones that won. They're the ones that go out and play and sweat and do the things. I just yell at them. That's all I do.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the win. It's nice to say we will see you in Peoria on Friday, a little afternoon. Rockford Lutheran will be the Railers' opponent. They beat Peoria Notre Dame tonight 71-60. So the Railer train continues. We've got 2 games left. We've won this many. We may as well go out and win 2 more starting Friday with Rockford Lutheran.
Well, the kids tied the school record for the most wins in a season, so they might as well go ahead and break it and, really set it good. So, gotta love those kids, and I'll tell you what, did you see the stands tonight?
Yeah. We felt it.
Oh, man. I am just so happy that they come out and support this group of kids, and it's great to be a Railer fan.
Yeah, Coach, go out and get a couple pictures with your guys. You guys deserved it. Well played all year, and as Jeff said, let's go get a couple more.
I hope so.
All right, that's Coach Neil Alexander. Coach, congratulations. Railers win 40-37. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back in a moment with more of the postgame. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Third one to not seal it, but at least give us overtime. And boy, some big free throws as we're joined with Max Cook, the senior. And Max, great game one for you guys. I know shooting-wise it wasn't there for you. You got to the lane a few times, but all in all, who cares now? You're going to Peoria.
Yeah, it's an awesome feeling. But, my teammates really picked me up tonight. I did not play very well personally. I was taken in there aggressive, but, man, they're credit Cahokia. They're super athletic. They're long, and they were blocking my shots. But credit, Edward Bowlby, Gavin Block, with a huge drive there and a foul, and then a big 2 free throws from him, and then huge 2 free throws from Edward Bowlby. And it was just a great all-around team effort tonight.
And, Max, you talk about the defense that Cahokia played. What did they do differently tonight than they did back around Thanksgiving defensively against you guys?
Well, when we played them the first time, they played a lot of 2-3 zone. And this time they were really getting out on us, man. And then when I was getting around my guy, but then they were coming over and helping and doing a great job of getting on the help side and coming over and blocking our shots. So that's what they did different.
Max, Coach talked about here in the last couple of weeks, if you guys keep achieving one of your goals. Obviously, this is one of your goals, your senior year. You've been able to set your goals early on in the season. How's it feel to be able to get every single goal? I know you've got one more with the big boy, but so far, how's it feel in your senior year with this type of team to achieve everything with some of your great friends out there?
Oh, it's an incredible feeling. I've known these guys my whole life, and we've been playing together since we were, 3rd, 4th grade, and it's just an awesome feeling to cherish this moment with these guys, and I love them all, and they played awesome tonight, and it's such a great feeling.
All right, Max, we'll let you go again. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you Friday up in Peoria.
All right, thank you very much.
Right. Railers with the victory here tonight, 40-37. Railers get the 33rd win of the season. And again, Josh.
He didn't score a lot tonight, but as he did in Champaign.
Points.
He got us here in Champaign from Champaign Central game, and then he handled the ball like crazy. Again, another solid effort. It's nice to know when you can give it to one guy and you can bring it up against one or two guys, full court man pressure, and Coach doesn't even have to worry about the ball being turned over.
I mean, yeah, they played outstanding. It was a great, and see, that's the thing that this Railer team is. They are the #1 team in the state of Illinois, and tonight they showed what a team they could be, as everybody struggled a little bit, but other players picked them up. I mean, who would have thought at the end of the night, Railers only have 4 threes. All came from Bowlby. He started early in the far corner, and the Railers they performed the way we had hoped they did, and again, it was defense that won them this game.
You're right, a couple big rebounds there late, and a couple big steals by the Railers again, and all in all, and as we talked about, those huge free throws down the stretch from Bowlby, obviously, and then a guy that's joining us right now,
Yep.
Gavin Block. Gavin, 1, congratulations on making it to Peoria. 2, tell us about that play. 25 seconds ago, Coach calls a timeout. He gives that play, it used to be called clear or something like that at the free throw line. You catch it, and it's you against one guy.
Yeah, definitely. I was just at the top of the key, and I was feeling good at the free throw line. I felt like that's where we needed to be at that position. I just got my ball in the hands and head to the rack.
Yeah, and you did. You got to the free throw and it looked like a lot of tonight. Not necessarily worried about making a lot of layups. Let's just get in their body, which you've done so well here in the last 2 months of really getting to the free throw line. Again, tonight for you, 11 of 12, 17 points on the night, and none bigger than those 2 on the pressure pack. But what a way to achieve your second to last goal here on a great game, and a great game not only by you guys, but what a game by Cahokia also.
Oh, yeah. It's an awesome feeling. Cahokia is a good team, and we're on top of the world right now, but we got to come back ready to go tomorrow.
Gavin, again, a great effort by the Railers. And we were talking about, a lot of people, I think, focus on the scoring. Railers did a great job from the free throw line tonight, 16 of 18. But one of the players that might go unheralded for tonight was the job of Peyton Ebelair. Peyton did a great job of keeping those balls alive to get you the rebounds, and he did a great job on the baseline. And you guys didn't stand around and watch. You guys cut to the basket, and Peyton did a great job finding you guys going to the basket.
Oh, yeah, Peyton's giving us good minutes right now, making big plays for us from down the stretch. And, I'm confident in any one of those guys out there making the same plays. And we got each other's back, and, we just got to take it into this weekend.
Gavin, have fun tonight, and be good. Get some last couple days of practice, and let's be ready for Friday morning.
All right, sounds good, guys.
All right,
Thanks,
good job,
Gavin. Thanks. Gavin Block here, leading with their head 17 points. Edward Bowlby with 19. And again, what a great job by the Railers here. And, what's I guess the nice thing about it is we saw the emotion from the coaching staff. We saw it from the fans. We saw it from the players. But when you get a chance to talk to them, we've had Edward, we've had Max, we've had Gavin. They don't have that relief to them.
Mm-hmm.
They have that, well, we got another goal out of the way.
Right.
But we've still got more things to do. This isn't we're on top of the world because we won the Super-Sectional. It's we're happy, but we go to work again tomorrow.
Exactly. They've got a lot of work left to do. That's their goal is the big trophy on Saturday afternoon at 2:30 or whatever time it starts. But as a lot of coaches say, we're going to let them celebrate this tonight. And then tomorrow they're back at it after practice like a normal day. Just the next couple practices, you're headed to Peoria. And what a day is really neat Thursday. I was able to be on the squad, on the coaching staff the last time the Railers went to the state tournament with Brandon Farmer. And Thursday is a really neat thing. You go there and you get checked into the hotel. You got a nice team photo. You get to work out on the floor at Peoria for about an hour, I think, hour and 15 minutes, and then there's a nice supper with all the teams there. They sit you with a different player from each team.
Okay.
You get to meet a new player from each team. You don't just sit as Railers, and all the coaches got to sit with a number of different coaches from different teams, and it's really neat thing they do. So we're excited. 155 Interstate northbound better be ready for a sea of red and green come Friday morning.
You don't think the state police are planning a speed trap, do you?
Well, I'm going to leave plenty early, so I don't, but I'm going to be really ready to be there at I don't even know if it's called Carver Arena anymore. It used to be, but I'm ready for Bradley University and to see these Railers out on the state tournament court, and I'm sure the Railer Nation will be right behind me.
Indeed. Well, I'll tell you what, Josh, we'll take one final timeout, and we'll be back and wrap things up so we can head back to a very, very happy Lincoln.
You're right.
In just a moment. We're going to take a timeout and get ready to wrap things up here. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.